have a turning point. With the Washington, we beat a team 21-13. They went on a tear from that point after we kicked the crap out. They turned it around. We turned it around too. From that point, we won 6 more games. Okay? Put ourselves in position, right, to do some good things going forward. We had a young man coming to speak to you guys about his situation, his set of circumstances, how related to you guys. He made a promise he would come back. He'd come back different. I'll introduce you guys to Cedric. Cedric?
I'd like to thank Coach for having me today. It means a lot. I've met with a lot of organizations since the injury. And Coach, always sending emails, always checking up. And I look out here at these familiar faces. I remember when you guys came to D.C. I remember getting laughed at the barbershop. Y'all gonna get ran out of town. So I'm gonna tell you, I left that stadium, and if I wasn't in that wheelchair, I probably would have got in a couple fights out there. Because every time y'all caught one, I remember Steve caught a couple touchdowns. Cam, you ran one in there, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I was the biggest trash talker in there, and it felt terrific. It seemed like as soon as y'all left. Very next week, I was like, that's not the same team I just saw, man. That's not the same team I just saw. I know what you're capable of. I know what you're capable of doing tomorrow. And not just because you are capable of doing it, but I know if it's capable for me to do what I've done in the past year, and I look totally different from what you saw last time. I don't talk the same. I don't walk the same. I couldn't even walk at all last time you saw me. I don't act the same. I don't think the same. You should be the same way. I shouldn't be able to tell the difference between last year's team and this year's team. And I hope you look at yourself. You're a captain in here. Let me see stuff. Let me see who it is. I know you guys got about 6 seconds. I watched first take yesterday. They said there you go. Steve, they said you got the best name in football. He said you got the best name in football. And I will tell you this, man. I've led men into combat 3 different occasions. And the hardest thing to do, and this is specifically for the leaders, the hardest thing to do is to hear a bullet, know where it's coming from, and go toward that bullet to take out whoever's shooting at you. That's the hardest thing to motivate yourself to do. What's a little bit harder than that is to get somebody else to do it. Try to get somebody else to go toward somebody that's shooting at you. Try to motivate somebody to go toward somewhere that's dangerous. Try to get somebody else to do what you know has to be done. That's tough, man. That's tough. You mean to tell me you want me to go toward the bullet? Yeah, I'm going to show you because I'm going to do it. I'm going to go toward the bullet. And that makes it so much easier for whoever else is watching me do this. It makes it easier for them to do it. As a leader, I knew that I had to be excellent. I had to be excellent. Not just Not just for me to be excellent, but I wanted them to be excellent. And by me being my absolute best every time they saw me, being in the right uniform, being where I'm supposed to be at on time, doing my job, looking out for others. Hey, man, you got a problem at home? Hey, go take care of that. We got you, man. We cover down for you. Not for myself, man. For them. It's not called likership. It's called leadership. Who cares? Who cares if that guy right there doesn't like you, man? Who cares, man? At the end of the day, man, you're trying to get a championship. Somebody might not be able to see all the way to the Super Bowl right now. Somebody in this room right now can see all the way to the Super Bowl. Somebody in this room might just be able to see till tomorrow. But if you have the vision to see all the way to the Super Bowl, then you know what I'm talking about. You know what kind of dedication required it takes. And all I'm asking tomorrow is not that you believe it. You have to see it. You have to see it, man. I have to see those bullets get close. I have to see them hit here, here, here. I have to hear them hit around me. But I have to see those Taliban dropping. I have to see them retreating. I have to see them running out of ammo. I have to see them packing up and leaving out of here. I have to see that. Not just say it. I have to see it. I have to see it in here. I got to see it in here. All right, leaders, you guys go ahead and sit. I can see. And I believe you know exactly where I'm coming from. I believe you understand it. Not just mentally, but I believe you feel it emotionally. I want you to see this slide right here. Go ahead and cue it up. Vision. And this is what I was just talking about. I was talking about vision. Muhammad could see it, man. Muhammad. I don't know how many Muhammad fans we got out there, but I'll tell you this, man. Muhammad saw this fight right here before it happened. Nobody gave him a chance, man. Nobody gave Muhammad a chance of beating Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston at the time was a mob enforcer. Cassius Clay at the time was 22 years old. He don't know nothing about a mob. All he knew is what he was able to do. He knew he was fast, and he believed in it. He knew his punches wasn't that hard, but how hard did they have to be if you couldn't hit him? He believed in what he could do, man. There's some stuff in here that you guys can do, man. You have to believe in it more than you believe in that team that you're going to be playing tomorrow. I know they're good. You know they're good. They ain't like y'all are. He ain't you. He's not you. That defense, they're not you. There's no way I would go into battle thinking that they had it up on me and my boys. There's no way. Machine gun. Yeah, they got a machine gun, but they ain't got what we got. They wasn't training last summer. They wasn't training last winter. They wasn't out on the rifle range. We're professionals, man. They ain't got what we got. I call this guys that Muhammad is talking about, I call them report card test takers. This guy right here said the fight is won or lost far away from witnesses. That game that you playing tomorrow, you won it, or either you lost it 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. You ain't gonna win it tomorrow if you didn't win it back then. You cannot take a test on report card day and expect to get an A. You can't do it. You can try, but you can't do it. There's probably guys in here right now that just happy to wear a uniform tomorrow. That's all that they want. That's all that they came for. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. I got a uniform on. That's great. Those kind of guys, I didn't want them to go into combat with me. Them not the kind of guys I need. I don't need the kind of guys that go into combat that just happy to send mom and dad home pictures. You probably got homeboys over there that take pictures, but they ain't going out fighting. They picture takers, man. They posing for pictures, man. Don't be a poser tomorrow, man. It's bigger than just getting the best paycheck anybody in your family ever had. It's bigger than that, man. We never had a football team in Carolina. Raise your hand if you're from Carolina in here. If you're from Carolina. So you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm raised in Carolina my whole life, man. We never had a football team, man. Till y'all came along, we never had a chance, man. Wasn't no Carolina Panthers. All we had was Carolina. We had NC State, Wake Forest occasionally, and Duke never show up. Everybody knows that, man. You guys are all we have. And I'm not begging you to go out there and do something good tomorrow. I'm telling you, you're going to go out there and you're going to bust their ass. I'm telling you you're going to do it. I'm not asking you to go out and win for me or for Carolina kids or people. I'm telling you, you're going to go out there and you're going to win tomorrow. This guy said you won it 5 weeks ago. You won it 6 weeks ago. That's when you won this game tomorrow. You can't go out there and win it tomorrow. You had to win it back then. Take a look at this. I know you guys got Eric Thomas coming in here. It's pretty intimidating that you guys have already heard him speak, and now I'm in here. I'll be honest. Like I watch his videos. Many of you guys watch his videos. But opportunity, man. Opportunity is coming tomorrow. Whether you're ready for it or whether you're not ready for it, it's coming tomorrow. Nobody sees you coming. They're not counting you in. They don't see you coming. They didn't see Muhammad coming, man. They didn't see him coming. And because they didn't see him coming, that's what the outcome was. They didn't know about Cassius. They don't know about you. This guy right here, opportunity. One guy took the opportunity and took it for all it was worth. We know who it is. I know some of you guys here probably, man, you might be friends with Danny. You might be friends with Kawhi. But what I'm telling you is this. One of these guys on this slide, he took that opportunity for all it was worth. He didn't leave the food on the plate. He didn't leave the napkins on the plate. He didn't leave the spoon on the plate. He didn't leave nothing. Matter of fact, he ate the plate. He ate the plate, man. So much so that they had to body him up, man. You seen it. They had to body up on him. They said, you won't get another opportunity. We know what happens when you get an opportunity. We know what happens when Daddy get an opportunity. What I'm asking is this. What happens when Carolina get an opportunity? Are they going to have to D you up? Or are they going to keep letting you shoot? They didn't keep letting him shoot, I'll tell you that. They didn't keep letting Danny shoot. Now, when Kawhi got his opportunity, we're talking about 2 free throws and a championship, man. You think he don't want them free throws back? I ask you this. You think Baltimore don't want to be in your shoes right now? They 0-1 right now. You think they don't want to go back to being 0-0? I promise you they want to be where you at tomorrow. I promise you, man. If a ball is coming to you, you ain't got no other choice but to catch it, man. This is me last August the 1st, 2012. It's a year ago, a little over a year ago. Life support. I'm hanging on. Barely. The doctor just taking both of these legs right here. These 2 right here. They just taking this arm right here. I couldn't even feel it. The one that I'm holding this cane up right now, that's this arm right here. At this point, I had not even woken up. And this is what I'm talking about. Today, I don't look like that. There's parts of me that don't look like that now. And not just physically, but my actions are not the same. I don't act the same. I'm not in the bed. Hell, even when I was in the bed, I was doing things to prepare for this day. That's August the 1st, 2013. And I'm not saying that for any applause or any respect, but take a look at this, man. I saw myself on top of that mountain right there, man. I saw it. I saw, look, right here. Everybody tried to talk me out of it. You know, if anybody knows Stone Mountain, that's Stone Mountain, Georgia right there. And I'm looking out over Atlanta right there. Listen, man, you have to see it. You have to see it. I told you, you have to see it. Yeah, people are going to tell you crazy. Yeah, hey, man, you're crazy thinking you're going to make the playoffs. You ain't making the playoffs, man. You're crazy. But they weren't given the same vision that you did. I tried to tell everybody in my family. My cousin's sitting in the back right now. He heard it. Everybody in my family saying, if you get up on that mountain, what are you going to do when you get to these rocks right here? What are you going to do then? I got hands that work. I got feet that are not mine, but they work. If I can't do it on 2 feet, I'll do it on 4. I'll be a quadriplegic. I'll do it with 4. But I'm going to get to the top of that mountain. It took me about 2 hours, about 2.5 hours to get to the top of that mountain. But in that process, in that time, I didn't take breaks. And there were times where I fell down. I fell down a lot, especially around this rocky part, right? All the time I fell down. But it didn't stop me from getting up there. And the crazy part about it is, about halfway up there, that's when you know what's about to happen. In the beginning, you can't see the top of Stone Mountain. All you see is trees. That's all you see is trees. Trees and rocks. You're like, man, how long is this thing going to go? How long is it going to take? How much energy am I going to have to expend to get to the top of this thing? And then there are little breaks where you see that, hey, man, I'm getting higher. Looking around, it's not the top, but hey, I'm getting higher. You can be the same way. Tomorrow, I told you, you're going to go out there and you're going to give them all that they got, all that they can handle. And you're going to run them out of this stadium just like I saw you run out of Washington. Take a look at this. That's August of this year. Now, I'm going to show you something. And some of you might be pissed off when I show you this slide. But at this point, if this is what it takes for you to walk out with a dub tomorrow, so be it, man. Look at this. That's you last October, the 7th. Remember this? Some of you were there. Some of you weren't. Some of you were. Most of you probably were there. Look at this. That's not the same team that I saw in D.C. That's not the same team that I went to the barbershop and talked trash to everybody in there. That's not the same team. If this pisses you off, let it piss you off, but let it make you do what you need to do to walk out of there with a dub tomorrow. Hey, if you don't want to sign an autograph after this, so be it. I'd rather for you to win. I'd rather for you to be pissed off and walk out of here mad as hell and get a dub tomorrow. You ain't got to speak to me, man. Speak to them dudes. Talk to them guys right there. Talk to them guys. That's you right there, September 13th. That's October 12th. And I need to know now, man. Like, what are you going to be like tomorrow? Can you see somebody asking you at mid-season, hey, coach, what happened? What's the turnaround like? Stuart Scott should be in this joker every week asking you, hey, what is it with the turnaround, Cam? Hey, what did you do? D. Will, what happened, man? How'd you turn this thing around? I was in Baltimore a week and a half ago, and I saw what you're capable of doing, man. Everybody that was there, man, they didn't want to hear nothing. All I did was talk trash that whole game, man. I saw when you got hit, man. I saw when you limped off the field. My wife said, hey, what's happened to him? I said, he all right. Just, hey, hold on. Be back, and they're going to run him out of here. You know how mad they was, man? When I walked out of there talking trash, in the car, had my kids with me. Oh, get on out of here, man. Hey, we're going to see regular season. We're going to see. We're going to find out. We're going to find out who's talking. We're going to find out who's here for the paycheck. We're going to find out who's here just to make the squad. We're going to find out, man. We're going to find out who in this room right here is just happy to be wearing a uniform. It ain't good enough, man. It is not good enough just to make the team. Great. You played football your whole life. It's not good enough just to make the team now. Bill Richardson cut checks, man. He expects a championship. I expect a championship. Most of all, you need to expect a championship. You championship caliber, man. You're playing under the radar. Hey, they need to see you coming, but they don't. That's your advantage tomorrow. By mid-season, they need to know, hey, man, we got to deal with Carolina. Lombardi, you got to come through. You got to come through Charlotte. It don't need to be no other way, man. And sometimes you're going to have to do things this season that maybe you haven't done before. The night, me and my best friend, we went to see LeBron play in D.C. And they ran D.C. out of the building. They ran him out of the building. But when we got back home, they said, LeBron. And I know, all right, I got it. You got LeBron haters. Cool. But they said the cat rode the bike from the stadium back to the hotel after the game. I'm not saying that that's what it's going to take to win, but he at least recognized that I need to go a step higher. It's another gear in me. It's another gear in me. How will I find out how to get to that gear if I don't go push it to the limit? We all had 10 speeds, and there's certain gears that you use for certain things. When you're going up that hill, you need to switch gears. You need to know that there's another gear in other than the regular speed. How are you going to know that there's another gear inside of you if you don't go all out tomorrow? When you're exhausted. When I was exhausted in that hospital bed, when I was totally exhausted, that's when other things begin to happen. You have to do what you can, what's within your power. You have to exhaust all means of effort. And then, and only then, will the next gear show up. Hey man, I didn't know I had that kind of speed. I didn't know I had that kind of power. Let me tell you, man, I was down in Atlanta doing a speaking engagement, and I told them I was going to do Stone Mountain. And everybody in there laughed. Everybody laughed with me. The very next Tuesday, I'm up on Stone Mountain, and members from the congregation were like, you were serious? You're out here. Yeah, I'm serious because I saw it. I didn't see what you saw. I saw what I saw in here. Yeah, there are going to be people that laugh when you put Seattle on the running ball. They're like, I was a fluke. I was a fluke. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened the next game. Let's see what happened in Buffalo. We'll see. You got to know that it wasn't. It was on purpose. On purpose. This happened on purpose. We designed this season last season. I was thinking about the game one last season. I'm gonna leave you with this. You got to do everything that you can within your power for the miraculous to happen. You want the miraculous to happen. You want it to occur. You have to understand a couple of things. You have to do what